December 30th, 2:17 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. I can't believe it. Acro? Sweeties, you can't be... It's shocking, isn't it? It definitely is. To think he was always the most straightforward of the group. Jeebus, am I that hated?
Ahem, it's a cat.
Acro tried to pin the monitor on you on purpose.
He did?
Psst, psst, cough!
But, I'm nothing but a little nobody, you know?
But you're not, which is kind of the reason why.
Cough! Hey, pal, it's the cops! You're gonna ignore me after I went all this trouble to bring you some evidence?
Detective Gumshoe, I'm sorry.
Forget it. I'm going home. This guy deserves to be guilty anyways.
Now, Detective. I'm sorry. Look, why don't you relax a little?
We've got some really tasty milk.
How about a card, Detective?
Oh, well, if you insist, it's the cops.
Favorite thing.
Now that you about evidence you mentioned, what is it?
Here you go.
Huh? This was yesterday in Acro's room.
Yep, and I've included the forensic results. Take a look at it later.
Won't Mr. Von Karma be mad if you're doing that? That you're doing this?
That's why it's all. This is all a secret.
Huh?
Look, details are a need-to-know basis, and we're not really allies or anything. But you did a solid for Edgy, and I'm paying you back for him. But everything that's happened in court up until now has gone according to our plan.
I don't know. Miss Von Karma didn't seem in control of things.
You'll figure it out eventually, pal. Yesterday, our final plans were set into motion.
Final plans?
That reminds me. I've got a message from the prosecutor for you. Nothing is ever truly decided until the very end. That's it. And that's for me. It's for me too, pal. I'm out of here. And I'll message. I'll get Reggie a big old hug for you. It's the cops!
What did he mean by the very end part?
I'm not sure. It was all pretty cryptic to me.
Oh, and one more thing.
Don't scare me like that.
Looks like there's a large care package from the circus to the defendant.
What? For me?
It's milk. The reception area looks like it's some kind of dairy. Hurry up and drink it all before it spoils.
An entire dairy's worth of milk for me? Sweeties, I don't know what to think about it. Court is now in session. Miss Von Karma, please continue from where you've left off.
I'd like to continue with Acro's testimony, starting with his relationship to the victim. I'd also like to get proof from the defense. Proof of what kind of motive Acro would have to commit this crime.
Understood. Now, Mr. Dingling. Yes, Your Honor. Me give good testimony. Please proceed with your testimony.
Finally, we get to the motive. Wait, Nick, are you okay?
Just do me a favor and don't ask questions you don't want the answers to.
Coop.
When we were were abandoned by parents. That's when ringmaster of very big circus, Whistleberry, took us in. I became Acro around 9 years old. Wanted to find a way to repay ringmaster that was purpose in life. You're such a thoughtful young man.
As you heard, the witness deeply respected the victim. I wonder how anyone could think that Acro would kill the man who he had held in such esteem.
You are absolutely right. How could anybody think that, Mr. Wright? Which is why there's no
Actually, there's a question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would Acro kill the ringmaster?
No need to question him about that. What's that?
Why would the ringmaster murdered? There's no need to delve into that bit of testimony when I already know the answer.
Mr. Wright, I'd like to ask you a question.
Go ahead, Your Honor.
I would like to know, could you provide an explanation why Acro would want the ringmaster dead?
Can't provide that, but I could provide who he was aiming for. Don't even have to think about it. It was obvious from this. Your Honor, the reason Acro killed the ringmaster is something that can't be proven.
What?
That's because Acro had no reason to kill the ringmaster at all.
Ow! Your foolish attempts to fool us like foolish fools is so foolhardily foolish. Did you forget you made an accusation against the witness, did you not? I believe this is the real killer of Russellberry Ringmaster.
If you want to jump up to the end, yes, that sounds about right.
The end of things?
Acro, you didn't plan to kill the ringmaster at all, did you? The ringmaster wasn't your target that night.
What did you say?
I'm saying that the target of this witness's murderous plot was not the ringmaster. Because it was never his intention to kill Russellberry to begin with.
What? What?
Order! Bailiff, I don't care who it is. Smack anyone who is loud in the face twice if you must. Mr. Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to my court? Oh!
Mr. Wright, Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to his court? Are you trying to imply that Acro tried to kill somebody else? Regina Berry?
This young girl is the ringmaster's daughter, correct?
Acro, you were really aiming for her that night, weren't you?
You don't need to answer that. It's a mean-spirited leading question.
He could easily answer this question. If I'm wrong, all he has to say is, "You're wrong." That's it.
That's it? Ha, Wright.
Enough, Mr. Wright. Allow me to... Ow!
The only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself.
Oh?
And if that goes for you too, Wright. Show me evidence now.
I want to know...
Why Acro would want to kill Regina Berry.
Yes, me too. I demand to see some proof. Present evidence that Acro wants to kill this young girl.
Acro, you remember this, don't you?
That...
It's a piece of paper that he found inside the ringmaster's tailcoat.
Inside the victim's tailcoat?
Acro wrote this note, ironically entitled "To the Murderer." Its purpose was to call someone into the plaza at India.
So you're saying he called Russellberry with that note?
Yes, but there was one little problem.
Problem?
Acro didn't indeed place this note in someone's pocket. However, that someone was not the ringmaster.
You mean it wasn't for the...
That's exactly what I mean. The person that this note was intended for was none other than Regina Berry.
Order, Mr. Wright. This theory, a little theory of yours.
It's the truth, Your Honor. It is not a theory. It is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her. Which is why, the morning of the crime, she placed it on the cafeteria bulletin board.
That's when her father, the ringmaster, saw the note.
That is correct. The ringmaster ended up in the plaza instead of Regina. And he was killed because of that mistake, instead of Regina.
That's incredible!
Remember the testimony Acro gave us earlier today? Lifting the bus took looking at the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. If I do that, I'd end up falling out window myself. Acro had no idea it was that arrived in the plaza, because he couldn't look down out the window to see who it actually was.
I got it. Acro thought it was Regina down in the plaza.
And that's when he let the bus fly.
Hey, Nick! Isn't Regina listening to all of this from the audience?
She is, unfortunately. It's going to get harsher from here.
I hope Regina can handle it.
Acro wrote this note to Regina.
Foolish fool with foolish fool ideas, foolish fool tomfoolery. They're so foolish that it even made it sound like a foolhardy fool. Very well, Wright. If you're so sure, then tell us about this line. I have conclusive evidence of what took place.
Yes, what about that line?
Well, if it was a note meant for Regina Berry, it would mean that this note is declaring Regina Berry is a martyr.
You just don't get it, do you?
What? What do you have to say?
The ringmaster knew what that note meant, which is why he went to the plaza, in place of his lovely daughter.
Hold it right there, Mr. Wright! What is this incident that is alluded to in that note?
The incident 6 months ago. I know all about it. And now I'm more than ready to show this court what happened at that time.
Moron!
Wait, are you sure that it relates to the present case?
It sure does, Your Honor. Oh, it sure does. Everything in this case has starts in what happened 6 months ago.
Really, Nick?
I think so.
Well then, if that's the case, hurry up and tell us all about it. What is this conclusive evidence mentioned in the note? I know I'd certainly like to know what it is.
And the judge is going to think I'm bluffing. Reasoning bottle!
Achoo, 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 achoo! Achoo, achoo!
What kind of spicy joke is this, Wright?
It isn't a joke at all. It's decisive evidence. You've asked for.
What do you mean?
Recall that the victim was trying to take the wooden box away with him. He wasn't doing so because this piece of... He was doing it because this piece of evidence, a piece of decisive evidence, is what was inside. Another unbelievable conclusion. Very well, Wright. So what exactly are you saying? Are you saying that Regina Berry killed somebody with a small bottle of pepper? Taking the note into account, that's only logical conclusion you can draw.
Foolish fool who never tires of his own foolish ways. If you're so sure, Wright, then answer the question. Who was Regina Berry's intended?
That was bad. Who is this? That is Acro's younger brother.
What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead.
Technically, that's true. However, Bat's been in a coma for 6 months now. It's not a stretch to see how Acro could feel that his brother is dead. Regina, she did that to him.
So, do you spread your entire life dreaming of new ways to be a fool? Naturally, the prosecution has looked into Acro's brother, Sean Dingling. 6 months ago, he was bit by a lion and fell into his current Manchester.
A lion?
Miss Regina Berry is an animal tamer by trade. However, no tamed animal is in that position is ever trained to attack another human. They wouldn't understand that command. More so, Regina could never do something like that. It's just not in her.
So then what happened to Acro's brother?
He's not a victim of an attempted murder. He's a victim of an accident.
I see.
Now what do we do? No one seems to be going along with your theory. Do you think that what happened to Bat is actually an accident?
The lion biting Bat was no accident at all. What?
You're such a amateur, Wright. There's no way Regina would ever incite a lion to attack another human being.
She may not have incited the lion to attack another human being, but Regina is responsible for making the lion bite Acro's back. That's just a scar, Acro. This scarf is something Bat used to wear, correct? Yes. And who is the one that gave the scarf to Bat? Regina. Regina gave it to him. Regina? There's something more than just blood on the scarf, Your Honor. And what might that be? Pepper. Pepper? Pepper. Regina gave this scarf to Bat right before the accident. And she covered it with as much pepper as she could. Hey, what's with the silent... excuse me, Mr. Wright. You've done a good job at fingering the criminal, along with other things. But technically, out of curiosity, can you help him explain what is her crime? Miss Berry gave a pepper-covered scarf to Bat as a present. Where's the crime in that?
Right. What? Wasn't it said that the lion seemed to be smiling?
Smiling? The lion was not smiling.
Right before the Bat was bit by the lion. For a moment, the lion's mouth changed to look like he was smiling.
Lion smile?
I've never heard of them smiling ever.
Lion sneeze? What?
Leon wasn't trying to bite Bat. Leon wasn't trying to bite Bat at all.
In reality, all he actually did was sneeze. He sneezed because of all the pepper in the scarf.
What? You fool!
You've got to be kidding me! What's the matter, Miss Von Calm?
I object for objection's sake. All right, this there, you believe it? You really intend to say that this is how this joke of an actual accident actually happened?
Of course I do. It's the truth. The lion sneezed due to the pepper, and that's when Bat lost consciousness. Acro nearly lost his brother due to this accident, or this joke, as you put it. Which is why he tried to get revenge against Regina.
You foolish idiot!
Ha. Ha ha. Ha. It almost seems... does seem like a terrible joke, doesn't it? Once again, I'm impressed by imagination, Mr. Wright. You think that there's someone who treats this accident with respect it deserves. You're telling me what I said was true?
Acro!
You don't...
You don't mean you can't mean witness?
Are you confirming the defense's claim? Mr. Wright, fortunately, your imagination is not enough to find me guilty of murder.
What do you mean by that?
The pepper, the scarf, the lion. I see where you're going, but it's hard to swallow. Not to mention the fact that there's even bigger problem with theory. What do you mean? What would that problem be? Same problem it's always been. Evidence. If I drop Max's bust on top of the master, where is evidence that proves claim? You mean the conclusive evidence?
The biggest problem is the murder weapon, or lack thereof, to be more precise.
The murder weapon?
The bust that the defense claims who was used? If that were to be found in Acro's room, if it was covered in the victim's blood, that would be awfully conclusive in my eyes.
Yes, it would be.
He wouldn't hide it in that room.
Nick, you've got to do something. Why aren't you going to search this one? It looks like you finally figured it out, didn't you? Now you know the true meaning of Von Karma's total justice.
I guess I figured with you that that's the least you should expect. That you'd leave no stone unturned.
Von Karma never leaves anything to chance. We already searched Acro's room yesterday.
What did you find?
There's no reason to even say it. If we found what you think we would find in that room, Acro would not be here as a witness. But you put a point on it. Max's bust was not in that room. The murder weapon is still unaccounted for.
You see, Mr. Wright, bust wasn't in room.
Furthermore, Detective Dick Gumshoe executed the search by complete surprise, and we took Acro directly to the prosecutor's office after that. End of story.
Just it's funny about this.
Ha ha ha. Look like you
lack evidence, a final nail to put in coffin. Oh, but what about the scarf? What about the...
What about the Mr. Wright? No offense. Only evidence relevant here. which pertains to death of Ringmaster. You know by now.
Do something, Nick! Don't let the skate slip away! The best way is it now?
Oh, I have a feeling.
Yeah, Phoenix, right? You must know where the bust is. I'm sure you do.
Not even a single clue. How am I supposed to know? I have a hunch though. Listen to the voice in your head. I know where it is. If it isn't in the room, and Acro used it, he must have it on him. The defense counter arguments look like they've fallen short.
Thank you for your support.
Terribly sorry, Mr. Wright. I think that brings an end to the cross-examination of this witness. Hold it.
Where is Max's bust? The defense times to present its lace. Case. Sorry, I'm just nervous and I just bit my tongue.
Huh?
What? What do you mean? What? Why are you most surprised here? She's your aide, isn't she?
Do you really have a piece to present, Mr. Wright? What? Are you asking me about what you just did?
This is up to you, Nick. Good luck.
Hey, wait. You can't be...
Acrobats always have their lives on the line, don't they? That's how Acro lived up his life of dinner. Now it's time for us to walk on our own tightrope. If we don't, we're certain to lose.
We will dash across the tightrope. No one. He no clue, and I don't think he find one. We're gonna run the tightrope.
Murder weapon. Where is Max's bust?
It's here. In the court. It's obvious. The bust is inside this very courtroom. It's obviously where? Allow me to point this once and for all in the witness's stand right now. Acro, sorry to ask you this, but do you mind if you take that blanket off of your wheelchair? Shit. Me shit and shit. Up shit creek. Sorry, no it here. You, Mr. Wright. Too far up shit creek. Well, you are a big guy and you have a pretty big wheelchair because of it. I just wanted to make sure you weren't hiding anything under that blanket because it seemed to it'd be really easy to hide a bust under there. Ha 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 ha. Once again, your penchant for humor hits me where it hurts, Mr. Wright. I think it's pretty amazing that you can laugh in your position. However, your lightheartedness doesn't change the fact that the bust is under there! Shit. We all know that you can't hide. Leave the lodging house by yourself in your condition. That proved inconvenient when Miss Von Karma happened to search your room yesterday. If she found the murder weapon in your room, it would have been all over, which is why you hide it in the one place you could hide it, under your wheelchair. Which is why, Acro, I have to ask you again, would you please remove the blanket from your lap? Shit. Well done, Mr. Wright. Masterfully played.
No, you fool! How could you?
You've got me. I've been bagged by a real pro. Actually, two of them. Miss Francisca Von Karma and Mr. Wright.
What?
There's just one thing I want to know. How did you know to launch a surprise search of my room last night? There were 2 pieces of decisive evidence, the cloak and bust. I burned the cloak in my room and threw the ashes away with trash. Gina always took my trash out every morning, you know. But the bust, obviously I couldn't throw that away. When you executed your search, all I could do was try to hide bust. The only place I could hide it quickly was under a wheelchair. Mr. Von Karma, you had things all figured out, didn't you? I was completely sucked in by calculated strategy. And now, be caught in middle of courtroom, hiding metal weapon. There's no way I can escape that. You got me. Well played, Mr. Wright. Well done, Miss Von Karma. It all makes sense now.
I can't believe that that Von Karma that far ahead. It's amazing.
Well, you definitely couldn't tell by looking at her. I know I couldn't.
I can't believe it. I make a mistake. How? Why in order? Why did I order a surprise search? If only I hadn't done that.
It seems we finally arrived at the truth.
Ruth Acro? Yes, Your Honor.
Did you kill the ringmaster of the very big circus, Mr. Russellby?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm responsible for crime.
Acro, I'm sorry.
All my brother wanted was for Regina to like him. That's why he teased her. One day my brother sprinkled some pepper on Regina. She started sneezing so hard you couldn't help yourself from laughing. That's why Regina thought it funny to get him back anyway.
That's why she covered the scarf with the pepper.
I know she didn't mean for anything bad happen. I know this. She just wanted to make my brother sneeze a few times too. But couldn't forgive her, no matter what. But am I truly guilty of never ever being able to understand her? Your brother became a star, Regina believes that, and that's so pure. She would laugh innocently when saying it. Too innocently. I couldn't stand it, no matter how hard I tried. Then you decided to do something about Regina.
How dreadful.
So are you saying that you are a victim in all of this as well? No, that's not what I mean. I'm nothing more but murderer. That's who I am. At first I thought I'd kill myself, then I pondered giving myself up. But I couldn't just up and leave. Couldn't. Not yet. That's why I tried to pin on Max. Max, I'm sorry. I just couldn't up and leave. This has been such a strange case. It's almost on a reflection on the circus itself.
I'm an idiot. I can't believe it. You beat me again.
I believe this case is now beyond any point of possible discussion. Thus, I'd like to declare my verdict not guilty on Max Galactica graffiti button. For you, Max, go fly! This court is now adjourned. Phew, it happened. Fabulous! To be honest, I can't really be too happy about this.
Acro, the ringmaster, Regina, and Bat. Not a single one of them was a bad person inside, huh?
That's a good question, sweetie. And one I don't know the answer to.
Many congrats, but only at max 1,000,000 of them.
Thank you, sweetie.
What's with the vibe in this room?
We're just thinking about Acro.
No. If you want to worry about people too much, then you'll be like this forever and never be happy.
Huh?
She's been like this for a while now.
It's all my fault!
So sweetie pie.
But in Acro, they're never coming back. Now everyone's gonna split up. Regina, Mr. Wright, please tell me something.
What do you want to know, Regina?
I said something right at the end.
I just couldn't up and leave yet.
Does that mean that Acro is gonna try to get his revenge on...
I don't think he is. He's not going to do that on you.
Are you sure? Are you really sure? I can't believe it.
Yes, Acro doesn't have any desire for revenge anymore.
If that's true, I want to see some evidence. I want to know that you're not just making stuff out about Acro not wanting to get revenge.
Acro didn't want to get caught for a reason. He wanted to see his brother open his eyes again.
But that's right, Regina, he's still alive, you know. I never knew, but that Acro's been caught. I know. What? I'll do it. I'll stay next to Bat as long as it takes, until he opens his eyes, and then until he can meet Acro.
That's so sweet of you, Regina.
I'm sorry, Acro. I'm sorry, Bat.
Well, hopefully this is enough for her to give a little piece of mind.
Hey, Max.
What is it, Mo?
We really put you through a lot, didn't we, buddy? I'm sorry about what happened. So whenever you'd like to leave us, I'll pay you a fee and rip up the contract.
I understand. What a fabulous thing to do for me. I might leave tomorrow, even leave tomorrow. But what's going to happen to the circus now?
That's a big question. Our ringmaster was really an amazing person, wasn't he? Even though he's not here with anymore, everyone's sticking together. The staff, the performers, no one wants to leave the circus. That's why I've made a decision.
What is it, sweetie?
I've decided that I will take over as the new ringmaster. And turn the circus into the best circus in the whole world has ever seen.
The best circus the world has ever seen?
Don't laugh. That's quite the goal.
Yay, I can't wait!
Then I guess that changes things, sweetie.
Huh?
There's only one thing that the best circus in the world has ever seen needs. The world's best illusions, which means the circus needs the best magician the world has ever seen.
Max?
Let's work together and make our circus super fabulous! What do you say, big guy?
Don't know what to say. All I can say is thank you.
Regina?
Regina? Are you gonna help them out, aren't you?
I don't know. Maybe the circus would be better off without me.
What are you talking about, Regina? Why do you think I brought you to the court today? We've got to work together and make the very big circus bigger than it's ever been.
No.
Mo's right, sweetie pie. It can't be the very big circus without Regina Berry.
Max? Nick?
It seems like everything is going to turn out alright here.
I can't wait to see the world's best circus the world has ever seen.
We'll save you the most fabulous seats!
It'll take us a while to get ready, but I'm going to order a special whoopee cushion seat.
Oh, great. Leave it to the crowd to do that. I see what made the kids.
Yesterday's surprise raid. It really paid off, just like you said it would, sir. You had it figured out, didn't you, Gummy? G-boy?
It was just the if Acro really did was the killer, thought this would be the only way it could end. Especially if he was the defense attorney.
You mean Mr. Wright?
Of course. Well, detective, my plane is about to leave. As for Mr. Acro's case, you know, I plan to personally stop by the chief prosecutor's office as soon as I get back.
Understood, sir.
I'll be waiting for it.
Yeah, I'll be waiting for you, Mr. Edgeworth.
We knew he wasn't dead, and I'll see y'all in the next